My children at home, many of them are very rebellious.
Okay.
They don't take instruction. They don't take direction. Every time I ask them to do something, they do their own thing. And it gets me frustrated, downhearted, and many at times I'm troubled.
You are
Troubled.
okay. So that must make you feel very unhappy about it.
That makes me feel very unhappy about it.
Okay. And also, when I heard from you, it sounds like it's difficult to resolve this situation, and it's difficult to face this situation.
Yes, that's how I feel, because the more I talk, the more they go real world.
Okay. So when you talk and then they would walk away.
Walk away.
Okay, walk away.
And I become more downhearted.
Okay. So you feel left behind.
Yes.
And it's like no connection.
No connection.
So that must be very difficult for you. That makes you feel that the children, you feel like you're losing the children.
Yes.
That you have no influence on them, and you don't know how to find a way to relate to them or to try to help them, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to stop here. I'm just demonstrating. First step, I'm just saying his feelings and identifying the situation. And now at this point, we just want to listen and have the person feel supported, that I understand and feel the feeling. So I'm naming, so I'm describing, so it must make you feel lost and lose connection with them and make you feel downhearted. Yeah, that's very difficult. And then, does it affect your sleep?
Oh yes, because of that I hardly sleep.
You hardly sleep now.
Hardly sleep, because I think over it every now and then, how to actually get that problem solved.
Okay.
I can see my way out.
Okay. So you probably in your dreams or when you wake up, you'll be thinking about them.
Yeah, sure.
So you might feel a pressure in your heart,
Yeah, sure.
even now.
Sometimes I even daydream, sitting and thinking on it, and people pass by me, and I don't even observe them.
So this has affected you so much that it's like you're not living in the present time.
Exactly.
That when you're living here, when people are walking by, you did not notice it
Of course.
because you were thinking in your own world. And so that makes you feel distant from the world. So
Yes.
it makes you feel, I have this problem over me and I have no ability to do anything more.
Yes.
So that must have affected your ministry too, right?
Yes. It's very much because if I'm so deeply concentrating and thinking like that, then it gives me less time to concentrate in the ministry.
And then also when you try to concentrate in your ministry, you probably will be thinking about them again.
Yes.
Okay. Have you noticed what I did? I did try to get deeper to understand, because he said he can be daydreaming and then people walk by and he did not observe. And then from this sentence, I realized that he's living in his own world. So at least I feel the feeling, I understand the situation. Let me ask you this. When I respond to you like this, how does it make you feel just now?
It makes me feel that somebody have understood the condition in which I find myself.
Yes. Yes.
And that can give me hope that indeed I think they are able to help me, because if they can feel the way I'm feeling, meaning they can help me out.
Yeah. So you felt understood, and then the feeling, how is the feeling inside your heart?
Then I begin to realize that indeed there is hope.
Okay.
From the beginning, I was like losing hope.
Okay.
But
Now, hope. There is hope. That's the thinking.
Yeah.
But the feeling inside.
The kind of a feeling of joy that indeed somebody is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, so the feeling of happy because someone understood.
Yes.
So do you understand? Can you see the importance of being able to listen and go deeper in the person's feelings and situation to understand how it affects the person, so that the person feel listened to and comforted before we move on to explore. But today, it's time already, so I'm not going to go any further. But do you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Now, just now I was sitting in one group. Again, what happened was one person shared about the difficulty, and then the person basically shared, try to go to their person and try to resolve it, or pray for the person. So, what is that? Let me ask you, what is that? That is instruction again, right?
Yeah,
teaching, right? But just now, did I teach him?
No.
But even though I didn't teach him, it comforted his heart.
Yeah,
So,
feeling.
right, shared feeling.
Yeah.
So what I'd like you to do, you go home, practice tonight with your family member. You listen to the person and respond to the feeling and try not to teach what to do. Now, in a counseling later, we'll guide the person to understand the situation and then guide the person to think about what to do. But basically, we don't want to teach. We want to guide the person to think, because the person thinks. Now, sometimes it's difficult. His situation is very difficult. But at least he can think clearly to analyze the situation and then think clearly what he can do and what he cannot do, so that he doesn't have guilt. Let me ask him, do you feel guilty about this? Do you feel like you haven't done a good job that make you feel responsible for this?
Of course, that's how I felt from the beginning. But from the counsel now, I feel that, I think it's something that other person have also experienced, and that gave me joy.
Okay, thank you. Now, why do I know he has guilt feeling or think he has? I want to find out. That is called, deeper or higher empathy. The first level is I can feel his feeling about being rejected, unhappy. This is the first level. But then he might have deeper feelings, guilt feeling that he's not doing so well as a father, that he feeling the sense of failure. So it's experience. When we have met so many people and when we observe ourselves, we understand people would have guilt feeling when they cannot do a good job. So I asked him, do you have guilt feeling? That way, the person will see that I not only understand the superficial feeling, I also understand the feeling down below. And when you have a counselor like this, would you feel you can trust the person?
Yes.
And then the person understand me and then try to guide you to go through. That way, that's the difference between counseling. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we can talk personally about this, or maybe tomorrow we can continue to demonstrate. But what I want to say is this, that first, now the difference between counseling and teaching is like this. When the people want teaching, then we can go into teaching. But we first still, when there's someone in difficulty, whoever it is, whether they seek out counseling or not, we can still say out their feelings, respond to the feelings. And it takes a lot of practice. It is very difficult. It's very difficult. Now, if you have time here, you can stay behind and try to talk to someone and try to respond to the feeling and holding back the advice to pray or to resolve the problem. Okay, do you have any question about this? Do you understand what I'm saying? And do you accept this? Do you think this is a good idea?